the steps in developing teachers' summative assessments. So first of all, to audit. This is what we found to be a useful strategy. To audit would mean simply look at what you're doing already and then start thinking whether that compares with what you would value, what you really want to know. So second step is validity. Third step is what evidence have you got. Now you have to get something outside the formal written test to supplement them, and tasks, design of tasks. But if you're going to compare different pupils or come to some defensible judgment about them, say at the end of a year, school year, you have to have a collection of pieces of work by each pupil, a portfolio. And then the issue is what should be in that portfolio. A number of tasks which have been so set up to serve the purposes of validity. But then dependability and comparability. Why should a parent trust this teacher when they are told by their friend down the road that teachers in the other school are far more generous than the teachers in my child's school? How can pupils within a school be assured that the standards of one teacher are the same as those of another? And the only way you can do that is for teachers to collaborate, producing evidence to share with one another in order to check standards. What would count as evidence? A collection of pupils' work. Does it have to be work on the same task across all classrooms in order to make it comparable? We had that debate across teachers in 3 large secondaries as an inter-school debate as well as an inter-school debate and intra-school debate. And they agreed in the end in, say, mathematics, we'll have a portfolio of this number of tasks, 3 tasks which are common to all, and 3 others which will be float freely, and each teacher do their own thing. So enough in common, but enough flexibility. Some compromise of that was also required in work we did with teachers of English. But there has to be some arrangement beforehand. It's got to be planned in, or you can't get guarantee to others outside of the comparability. Until this can be done, the public won't trust teachers' role in summative assessment. Why should they? One's got to be able to reassure them that there's a process. So agreed criteria are needed, and then moderation, a key phrase which I know is on the agenda in Scotland, work in and between schools, a whole process. And that process can't just be put on top of old practices, it's got to be integrated into a whole scheme of this sort so that teachers can feel not that they're constrained by it, but that it's working within their skills and their genius for inventing tasks involving pupils and producing a balanced set. And then one needs a scheme to have such meetings, where they go big on teacher summative assessment in the state of Queensland, where there are no external tests subject-based at the end of year. It's all done on teacher summative assessment. They have a quite complex set of moderation arrangements where schools in local clusters have to meet together and produce evidence, and then the cluster has to report up to a regional body, and the regional body has to send samples up to the state board, and in each case there's a check on the standards and comparability between the different groups and subgroups.